Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and, well, because in one of my last short commentaries for Battlefield 4, I used some footage in the background of me using the new MCMILLAN CS5 bolt-action sniper rifle, in close quarters more or less, and because I did sort of okay with it. I mean, not seriously good, just better than I'd hoped. Well, because I did sort of okay with it, I decided to film an entire commentary on just the CS5 sniper rifle. Sort of to see if I can review it and understand just what the heck it's used for in the game and how DICE thought we should be applying it. Now, the MCMILLAN CS5 is a very interesting and one of the cooler looking weapons in Battlefield 4. Obviously, we got it, as you all know, in the Dragon's Teeth DLC. Now, in the real life, the CS in CS5 stands for Concealable Subsonic Supersonic Suppressed Sniper System. That's a mouthful right there. What's interesting about it is that it's made to be broken up into smaller pieces, hence the concealed part of the name. And its stock is fully removable, and so is its quick released custom suppressor, which is, by the way, modeled in Battlefield 4. And speaking about the models, the actual model of the CS5 sniper rifle is that of the CS5 in Medal of Honor Warfighter, unsurprisingly transferred over by DICE OA Studio, which, as we all know, used to be Danger Close. So, we got that. The rifle looks cool and is small enough that you can probably fit it into a custom suitcase with the Battlefield 4 veteran logo on the side or something like that. But what else does it do? Well, in Battlefield 4, it has this cool SV98 style bolt reload animation, which is actually pretty fast, clocking in at 0.95 seconds per bolt animation, making it the fastest rate of fire bolt action sniper rifle in the game, I believe. But don't quote me on that, as the stats, I believe, have since been tweaked a bit. But having said this, I still cannot bring myself to call this a sniper rifle because, well, I'll get into that in a second, I guess. Basically, it doesn't perform as well over distances, which is the exact requirement of a sniper rifle. It also is one of the hardest weapons to use in the game overall. So going by the specs of the CS5, you will notice I didn't fill in some because Simtic hasn't posted the exact numbers on their site yet. But this rifle, using the 7.62 damage model, I'd imagine recoil, stats, and all the others to be identical to the 7.62 bolt action rifles that Battlefield 4 has, namely 0.25 recoil up, 0 pull left, and 0 right, and probably a first shot multiplier of 2. Now, the CS5 also comes in the game with a custom suppressor, and while it is possible to play without it, to take it off, there's just no reason to. See, the thing is, without the suppressor, its muzzle velocity is a measly 400 meters a second, which is easily the slowest muzzle velocity among all sniper rifles. And equipping the suppressor will drop that muzzle velocity further, obviously, but surprisingly not by much, as the suppressed muzzle velocity is a mere 300 meters a second. Now, this is obviously an excruciatingly slow bullet that this suppressed CS5 fires, but honestly, as I said, there is no reason not to use the suppressor at all, because as the muzzle velocity gain is negligible, there is not much gain without it. And obviously Level Cap already reviewed this video for Battlefield 4, and he said, well, it could use a buff to its bullet speed, but then, the subsonic rounds used by the CS5 would screw with the laws of nature, and them being subsonic and all that stuff would not be too realistic. Well, apparently Level Cap doesn't think much of his subscribers because we can count, and we know for a fact that the speed of sound, and you can Google it, I'm sure, is 340.29 meters a second. Now, strictly speaking, this is at sea level, but for our purposes, it doesn't really matter. So, you can now see that, yes, indeed, a bullet has to travel at less than 340 meters a second to make it subsonic, and yes, that is painfully slow. A slow bullet is bad in several ways, obviously. First of all, it will drop a lot sooner, and in fact that is what happens when you try long shots with the CS5. The arc you have to take is just ridiculous, and over distance it makes headshots incredibly hard, if not impossible. Another way that a slow bullet is a problem is leading. In the time it takes for the bullet to literally get to its target, it would have been long gone by then, and this coupled with the bullet drop, it takes the word sniper right out of sniper rifle. And in fact, this is why the AK-5C is the most popular, the most used weapon in Battlefield 4. Muzzle velocity. The AK-5C is popular for one reason only. It has the best muzzle velocity of any carbine, and the fact that you can equip it with any class in Battlefield 4 makes it basically a jack of all trades. It's just easy kills no matter how you slice it. So, these have all been the bad traits of the CS5 in Battlefield 4, but are there really any good ones? Are there any redeeming qualities, that this rifle has in the game that will make you want to unlock it and use it? Well, the damage model of the 7.62 round certainly comes to mind. The CS5 sports a maximum damage of 100 at 12.5 meters, which drops off to 59 at 100 meters, which means that number one, in close quarters, a chest shot should kill, let alone a headshot, and number two, a headshot over any distance will take down an enemy in one hit. Now, obviously, firing the CS5 over distance does present a few problems, which I mentioned before. So stationary targets are really going to be your best bet here, as you won't have to lead adding another variable to the equation. But I think the best uses, although you can obviously unlock greater magnification scopes for this rifle, like the 8 and the 20 times zoom, I think the best application, your best bet for getting results with it, is going to be equipping the ACOG scope or even the iron sights, and just trying to get up close and personal or medium range one-hit kills. Now, I did surprisingly well for myself using the iron sights, or at least better than I thought I would, so I do suggest you equip them, or the canted iron sights and the ACOG if you're good with that on the CS5, and just try to have as much fun as you can, as it does seem to put a lot of damage down per shot in Battlefield 4. And in fact, so much so that it is the highest damaging rifle per second in the game because of its 7.62 damage model and its fast bolt action reload time, clocking in at 0.95 seconds, I believe. Again, don't quote me on that because DICE will probably tweak these numbers later in the near future. Also, I am proud to say that I got a through and through double kill once with the CS5 while recording this footage, which I believe to be the first one posted on YouTube, as if that is a great, achievement with this particular weapon. I mean, I've heard of the multi-kills, done with a single bullet of the M98B or some other similar monster, but as far as the CS5 goes, I will admit this is something I am particularly proud of. So, just to round out this video and come to the finish, I'll repeat myself real quick here. I suggest you don't use the CS5 over long distances like you would some other bolt-action sniper rifles, simply because of its slow muzzle velocity and exaggerated bullet drop, even with zeroing of the scopes. I'd recommend using an ACOG or an ATEC scope with them, at most with it, and canted iron sights for boom clearing and CQB, as its one hit kill potential is very good in tight situations. This is perhaps one of the cases where, one of the only cases where I would recommend you use the suppressor in Battlefield 4, simply because equipping it doesn't actually nerf the weapon stats significantly. That is more than it was, way more than it was before, and if you're going to use it over short, medium distances, the muzzle velocity really shouldn't be that much of a problem, and staying off the minimap is just a bonus. And equipping the laser for its for this sniper rifle for the CS5 is really not a good idea, I think, as its hipfire spread is just too great for it anyway. Also, get a good sidearm like the Deagle or something equally hard-hitting with it, because as Captain Price said, switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading. Words to live by. So thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video, that helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.